Scrappy friends, Rebecca here, and today you guys are seeing me. I don't know if I like it. This angle makes my body look huge and my head looks small. I feel like I'm in Beetlejuice, like a little head shrinker done came through, and I've tried everything, but I guess maybe I just really have a small head. I don't know. Also, two disclaimers. I talk with my hands and I futz with my hair a lot. So if both of those things bother you, I'm 100% sorry, but if you handcuffed me or tied my hands, I'm pretty sure I would not be able to speak. That's how I've been my whole life, which is why scrapping is great, because as you're watching me do things, I'm talking with my hands, right? Okay, anyway. So anyway, I was tagged by Ronnie Sue Scrapper, and I will leave a link to her below for the hashtag Scrappy Tag 2020. She was tagged by Kelsey Webster, and the lady that started it was Lisa over at Pink Glitter Scrapper. So I will have all those links below to go check out their channels. But there are 12 questions, and it was just to get to know us a little better. And so I'm going to try to answer the questions. And I don't know, apologize. Like, this is my craft room. It's very not decorated. I've really just been getting it the way I like, and I can't move things. I don't know how you guys scrap, but once I know where it's at, it must stay there for the rest of time because I'll never find it again. So anyway, the first question is, what is your social media name and how did you come up with it? If it's your legal name, what other name would you use? Well, my tag is Rebecca Lockhart Scraps, and my legal name is Rebecca Lockhart, and I scrap. So it was not a very creative name, but it worked. So I don't know what else I would have went with. I don't know if I could have thought of anything. I wasn't really, I am who I am and I do what I do. So I think it was just very words are hard. They're so hard. It explained what my channel was going to be about. So that was pretty much, that's it. I am not going to redo this video because I've done it like 4 times. We're going with this, okay? So just bear with me. We got like 11 more questions to do. Question 2, what is your favorite snack while crafting? Okay, well, I always have coffee. Always, always, always. I drink coffee all day long, every day. Love coffee. And I have a little bowl right here of little chocolates. I don't really get into these that much because, I don't know, they just make me feel good, like if I want a piece of chocolate. So that, but the main thing that I snack on is Jolly Ranchers. So this is like my 10-pound thing of Jolly Ranchers, and my mom gave me this fun jar, and it's just colorful too, so I don't know. So yeah, I just like, I don't know, I like Jolly Ranchers. So I will do that. And also this is where I spent 7 months working from home during the COVID pandemic from March of 2020 to just 2 weeks ago. And I was afraid to put on the COVID weight because I was too close to like all the food, right? I could just get up and go eat. So I started doing the Jolly Ranchers so that I didn't go and gain 400 pounds. It happens a lot. Question number 3. What is the environment like when you're creating? Is it quiet? Is it the TV on? Are there sounds? Okay. The zoo here, like I have 2 dogs. One right now is in a cone, so that's pretty comical. Feel bad for the guy. The other one is a very needy pit bull who must have all your attention when she wants it. I have a 19-year-old son who every once in a while will emerge. I have a fiance who is like a little boy. I mean, I think most men are. And his mission in life is to make me giggle absolutely as much as possible. Like, he is my best friend. Like, we have not fought. Like, we don't fight. We laugh. It's just a non-stop, fun, wonderful time with this man. And so, he calls whenever I'm in here. He's like, oh, crafting with Becky. And he does this little voice. And so when I'm in here, I have to not be live if he's home, because he would be like right here just doing just the weirdest things just to make me laugh. And that's who he is. Like, he will do the weirdest things. If people outside of us would see how he acts, they would really be concerned about him because he is just that silly. Just silly. So there is a lot of laughter and talking and yelling back and forth through the house because we're both old now. We're both getting older, and apparently we're losing our hearing. So the kid yells, the dogs bark. There's a lot going on. We got the TVs usually in the living room. Right now it has all the weird election on it. You hear my son playing video games in his room. I have my iPad or my TV and I'm watching something. So there is always a lot of noise. There is no quiet. Like right now is the quietest it's ever been. And I don't like quiet. So when I was working at home for 7 months and I didn't have all the fun antics of my office and all the people that I work with and all those silly, crazy stuff that we do as a group, which, story for another day, but holy crap. Yeah, I got bored. I would have to call them and be like, entertain me. I need to be entertained. So apparently I'm the needy pit bull, which is very well because my name is Rebecca and my pit bull's name is Becca. Yeah, it's funny. Becky with the Becky. I'm not vain. I did not name my dog after me. She's a rescue, and that was her name. She wouldn't give it up. Question 4. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. This is like 12 hours long. Also, I have my door is right here, and I took the door off because my house does not have central air. We have window units, I know. And the air conditioner sits right up there, and when the door is open, the air conditioner just blows straight on the door and it doesn't cool anything down. So you have to keep the door closed, and then it gets like 5,000 degrees in this room. So I just took the door off because I don't like closed doors like in the house like at all. Like the outside doors are closed and locked and the windows and stuff, but I don't like the room that I'm in to be closed. Like even the bathroom sometimes. I just don't like if I'm in there getting ready, like I like the doors open. Okay. So I just took the door off. So there's no sound barrier out there. So I guess is where we're going. What are your favorite current, oh, I screwed that up. Elementary. What are your current favorite colors to create with? Well, we're in fall. It's like the best season ever. So I love all neutrals and all fall colors. Like really even in my real life, those are the colors that I gravitate towards. My mom has always been like, you know, when we go shopping, like there could be a piece of clothing that every color you can ever imagine is in this item. And she will pick brown, gray, or black. You know, there's no other color. There's brown, gray, or black. Like there's accent colors, but my house has always been browns we're now remodeling and we're switching everything to grays. It's just who I am. I don't know. So yeah, so right now it's all the fall neutral colors, and in about a month and about a half a month, it'll be all the Christmas colors, and then it'll be the blues and the whites, and it's just kind of depends on what season we're in and what I'm scrapping with, and then that's my favorite color palette, right? Your go-to patterns: florals, plaids, or circles. Yeah, I don't have one. I think we can tell from all the videos that I create, I don't really have a go-to like every layout. I mean, I don't even put enamel dots on everything. I don't ever do the same thing. I don't think. I mean, maybe I do, but I don't think I do. So it's basically whatever collection that I'm working with or kit that I've put together or something. I guess that's my favorite for the minute, but I don't have a favorite. I'm sorry. Just keep all the patterns coming, people. What are your favorite techniques? Mixed media or shakers? That's like their examples. I absolutely love hand stitching. I know that sounds weird, but I love to I've always loved to like crochet and cross stitch and stuff, and I don't do that stuff anymore. But I still like to hand stitch, and I love to stitch on a layout because it's not something that you do on every page, because that would be overwhelming and your hand would like cramp up and you'd never be able to move again. I also have a weird sense of humor and I say inappropriate things. Sorry. So I love to hand stitch. And so it's like when you're flipping through an album or somebody's looking at it and all of a sudden you come across this like, oh my, so different, yay. And I like mixed media. I've always really loved the mixed media. I just never felt comfortable enough, like that I thought that I was good at it, and it always looked like a hot mess and I'd throw it away. I have since watched all like the Mixed Media Frenzy ladies and Missy Witten, and just to go with it and then cover it up with stuff, and then it looks really good. So yeah, if you're like afraid of mixed media like I was and still kind of am, I mean, I have a whole cart like right here like dedicated to mixed media, and I've just been doing so much better at using it, and just dabbling, just little bits, and then I get, you know, you get more and more comfortable. Practice makes perfect. Your favorite new crafty product? I like everything that has to do with crafts. Like my favorite all-time ever favorite thing in the world are pins. Like I'm gonna be 40 next Thursday on the 12th of November, and like my mom will still bring me like, I was at Walmart or Target and I seen this pack of pins and I bought it for you, and I'm like all stupid and giddy and I love it. Like I have so many, like literally I have a set of pins up there, which they're like Sharpies. I have pins down here. I have a whole bag of pins there. I have a cup of pins. I have another cup of pins over there. I have drawers filled full of pins. I have baggies, or not baggies, I have like zipper bag pouches that are in all, like my purse, my bags, my work bag, my scrap, and like seriously, like when my fiance comes in this room and needs a pin, he's seriously like, what pin am I allowed to use? And I'm like, anything in this section, because I don't care that much about them, but like, don't touch my good pins. Like the stuff in the Sock Monkey cup, I will cut you if you touch my pin. I'm just saying. So like Sock Monkey cup has like, and they're not even like fun pins, okay? Like I like colorful pins. They're like my brown Staedtler, my gray Staedtler, and you got, oh wait, that was, yeah, this Staedtler, which is gray, and then you got the blacks, the grays, you got the whites, you got these little guys, gold pins. Like, so this is like, these are my pins. You can have my pins. Also, like, those aren't new though, but some of them are, because I buy pins all the time. I just scored the big, what is it, like 23 by 18 American Crafts, the teal cutting mat, and before that I didn't have one. So like, it's so dirty though. How do you guys clean these mats? Like I use it all the time and I can't get clean. But I scored it Tuesday morning for like, I think it was like $14.99, or it was under $20. I should have bought two. But anyway, yeah, so I'm like in love with that thing, like, because I have a glass top desk, and who wants to see my feet when I'm scrapping? Like, I don't like to see through it. Like, I could, it's just, anyway. So yeah, so I guess those are my two favorite things. What YouTube content do you enjoy the most? Examples are hauls, room tours, layout shares, process videos. I love process videos. I like binge watch process videos. I listen to them while I'm at work. I turn my phone on at night, like seriously, and I watch a couple before I fall asleep. While I'm scrapping, I've always got it either here or there. I love process videos. I love to be inspired, like to see these people that are like, you ladies are like freaking rock stars, man. Like the stuff that you create, and then it makes you go, oh, I want to go do that. Like I don't like the only ones that I really like and like totally intent on watching are the couple that I go to bed, and then those are my couple that I'm like, I fall asleep to watch. But mostly I glance at it up and down, because I can't, like, even because that moment I'm like, I'm tired, girl, I'll go to sleep. Any other time I'm like, I want to go do that. I must go play in my room now, you know. So but yeah, and I'll rewatch the video over and over and over and over again, because, well, hey, that's just more views for your channel, and I totally like watching people. And I mean, I'm a very non-serious, like, everything's a joke type of thing, okay? So the ones that, like, throw the zingers out every once in a while when they're all like, and here I am cutting the paper, and then you just say something totally off the wall. Those are the ones that I'll like. I'll subscribe to your channel and I'll binge watch you every video you ever created. Like when you make me laugh, or you laugh yourself, you know, or you make a mistake and you just make fun of it instead of editing it out. You're like, whoa, score for me. Like I just cut that paper wrong and now I gotta tape it back together and you guys can see it, but you know, but I'm gonna hide it, you know. I don't know. So anyway, I love process videos, but I'm also kind of nosy, so I like to see your scrap rooms too, you know. I like to know what you have, just because then I can be like, I must have that. I must make it a mission to find that, you know. So I love the nosy, and I like the details. I don't like to be like, this is my room. Like, thanks. What do you got in your drawers? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's in that bin right there? Like, open that up, you know. I mean, I promise if I'm ever at your house, I will not go through your medicine cabinet. Just play it. My grandpa used to do it all the time. It's weird. I'm also like attention span of like squirrel. Yeah, definitely. Your favorite subject to scrapbook or create layouts on? Life. I love life. I learned not too long ago not to take life too serious. In 2009, I was diagnosed with a stroke disorder, and no one could find out what was wrong with me. And I would literally have a stroke once a month. And it got to the point to where it was horrible. I could not live my life. My son was scared that he was going to lose me, and it was, I mean, I'm tearing up, okay, so that's enough about that. But I learned to appreciate everything counts, not just the big things. Not just that trip you took, like my dog in a cone. We are going to scrap that later on this weekend because that is funny, all right? 3 years ago, I went through a divorce. I went through a horrible divorce. A man that I had been with for 15 years wasn't the man that I had been with for 15 years, and I did not see it coming. My sister actually lived with us because she had just went through a divorce, and she was staying with us, and she was just as baffled as I was, along with everyone else, that he had just up and asked for a divorce and tried to throw me out. And it was a horrible divorce. And the lies that started to come out, or the truth that started to come out, broke me. Like, broke me. I stopped scrapbooking because I had just really started to get back into scrapbooking. I had this big, beautiful craft room. I had this big, beautiful home, this big, beautiful life, and it was all lies. And that was the phase 2 of learning to appreciate nothing. Just appreciate the time that you have with people. I came out of that divorce stronger and a better person. And I'm sorry, the sun is starting to come in the window, so I don't know. Let's move this way a little bit, right? So the little things make me laugh. Like, I just appreciate. So I scrapbook life, like 100%. Like, I throw in the big things, but it's the everyday things that me and my son and my fiance and his daughter do that are just funny. Like the layout that I did for the Back to the Future hop of my fiance literally wearing my coat like a super, like it was just funny. Like that's the stuff I like to scrap because those are the things I want to remember. Like I want to look back and go, oh my God, you remember this? Because I'll remember the trip to Jamaica. I'll remember the trip to Lake Tahoe. I'll remember your birthday. I won't remember the time that you looked like a moron standing at your daughter's track because you forgot a coat. Okay? Yeah, or my son. Like, I will be making an album of his high school graduation. I'll remember that, though. I won't remember the time that he came in and he was so proud that for the first time he went to Dollar General and bought his own body wash. And he was all like, look. Those are the things I like to scrap. Like, the stuff that you won't necessarily remember in 30 years, but when you look back, you'll be proud that you had that moment. Like, so that's what I like to scrap. That was a very long story, and I do not. Sorry, I do tell all. I have no secrets. Like, if you guys ask a question, I will tell you. Like, that's like one of my biggest character flaws. Like, I don't edit. There's no edit. There's no filter. It's sometimes word diarrhea. You know what I'm saying? What is the product your creation must have for you to consider it finished? You know, it says like journaling sequins, doodle border or any of that stuff like that. For me, it's a feeling. Like when I'm looking at it and I'm like, yep, that's done. I mean, and well, if you add any more of those things, I'm gonna get crazy. Like, so it's a feeling. When I look at the layout and I'm like, you're done. I can't explain it. All I can tell you is it's a feeling. When it's done, it's done. I guess, I don't know. What 3 crafty products or lines or companies, etc., would you bring back? Okay, everybody's, I mean, obviously the basic gray line, October Afternoon, and Heidi Swap Gold Color Shine. Like, is that back yet? Like, why did they stop making that? Like, I am down to this little guy, and I'm scared. Okay. What is your #1 creative inspiration source? YouTube and life. Like, anything, like, YouTube totally inspires me to, like, oh, I love your layout, and then kind of play off of that, and life. Like, there's a lot of things in life that I see, and I'm like, that would be a fun layout, so, and that's it. I made it in, like, 21 minutes. Ugh, it's, like, the longest video ever. So anyway, I would love to thank Ronnie Sue for tagging me, and I swear, like, I'm, like, scrapping that morning, because I get up at, like, 4 a.m. because that's what we do, and I scrap for a couple hours before I have to go to work, and, I'm all, like, head down, because this is exactly where I sit, and I'm all head down, and, like, it's right there, and then she's like, Rebecca Lockhart, and I was like, oh, that's my name. And I mean, I had to rewind it, and I really wanted to, like, go jump on my fiance and be like, but then he would think I was weirder than he already thinks I am, and maybe one day he'll just run away. Probably not, though, because he's way weirder than me. So I was super excited, Ronnie, and I absolutely love and adore your channel, and I totally stalk her. So if you guys do not stalk her, you should, her channel, not her personally, because that's illegal, and then she's scared, and okay, so don't, like, literally stalk her, but, like, her channel, like, it is awesome. Like, she makes me laugh. She's the zinger. She's got some zingers that you just so funny. And on all the help and helping getting me into, like, the hops and the stuff, and you've been just very, very, very good to me, and I will always appreciate you. And I do like our friendship that is building. So I thought about who I wanted to tag, and I am new. I just started creating videos this year. I've been scrapping since I was in high school, though. So a lot of my friends are not scrappers. They're not crafty. Like my best friend, which she's my Riri. Don't ask. I have no idea. We've called each other Riri since grade school. Like, she's Riri 2, I'm Riri 1. I don't even understand why I was 1, because she's older. You're older than me. Like 2 weeks, but you're older. She's tried to support me, and she'll go do the stuff with me, but she's just like, I just love you, and I don't get it. Like, here, I want you to create like, I want a scrapbook, but here's my stuff, make it for me. And I'm like, okay. So I have met, since being on YouTube and joining all the Facebook groups, I've met so many wonderful people in, like, the crafty community, scrapbooking. We are awesome. Let's just say it. Like, you guys are the best. Like, you're the best friends, and I feel like I'm always scrapping with a best friend because we just talk about everything. But the beginning of the year, I joined a group, and I met a lady. Her name is Sam Wright, and she lives just over the pond. So we have tried to, like, connect on several occasions and do some Zooms and some online scrapping, but since she lives, in Europe, it's really hard. So, like, it's like either 2 o'clock in the morning for her or me or something, and we make it work. So I would like to scrap her because, well, I love her, and she's funny. And so, yeah, so Sam Wright, you're up, and you are going to do the Scrappy Tag 2020. And this was a lot of fun, so I hope that you guys, I guess, learned something about me. And if you have questions or comments or probably some concerns for my mental health, you can go ahead and leave that down below. But I assure you I am not diagnosed with any kind of craziness. But yeah, I like to have fun, and I like to not take things too serious and just live. And that is, if you guys ever need a quote or advice from me, live your life for you. Make the best out of every single moment, and do not let another person bring you down. Because once you're broken, It takes a minute to heal yourself, but you can do it. I did it, and now I'm just silly. So I do love you all, and thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Oh, P.S. Super excited, just a little note, that my scrappy YouTube goal for 2020 was to have 200 subscribers by the end of the year, and I think I'm like 9 off. So I totally love you guys, and thank you for making a little girl feel very special. Bye.